My name is Josiah DeWitt, and I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm 14 years old, and I'm a big fan of Tony Evans. So one of the things I really like is his teaching on spiritual warfare, and I have listened to that series, and it's so powerful because it really helps me understand that there's a whole spiritual meaning to everything in the earth, and it really makes me keep myself in check and be aware of Satan's temptations towards me. One of the books that I've really been impacted by of his is Watch Your Mouth, because that book really helped me realize that everything that I'm saying is going to be held against me, and it helps my reputation, and it's like I've got dynamite in my denture, so I need to totally focus on everything I say being focused towards God and not being negative or crass or anything that is not pleasing to him. One day, when my family and I were on vacation at a resort, we ran into Justin Bieber. And they were like, "Oh my goodness, wow, that's Justin Bieber." And my mom was like, "I'm pretty sure of it." So she ran up to the hotel room and she was so excited. And I was like, "What is it? What is it?" And she's like, "Justin Bieber's down at the nightclub." I was like, "That's amazing. I want to go see him." So I decided to come down, and she said all of us could come down, but I wanted to go first. So I came downstairs and I saw him there, and I thought, "Oh, that's so awesome. I wish I could talk to him." But I thought that's probably not going to happen. So I just started walking back up to the hotel room. And as I start to leave, he starts to leave. He ends up coming over to me and putting his arm around me, and that leads me to be able to talk to him. So I think there are so many people who are going to come over to him and be starstruck and silly and ask for selfies and autographs and all kinds of stuff, but I feel like no one's going to really share the gospel with him. And I thought this is a great opportunity for me as a Christian to go share the gospel with him. So I started to ask him about his faith and about his life, and I had heard recently that he had been getting back into some faith, so I asked him about that. He told me that he had, and that he was really into it now, and that he's been singing with Hillsong, and that he was really starting to get back into it and really enjoying it. And we ended up having quite a conversation about it, and he asked me what preachers that I like. And I, of course, decided to tell him about Dr. Tony Evans. And he's like, "Wow, that sounds amazing. I'll have to look into him." And I said, "It was nice to meet you," and we high-fived, and then I walked back to the hotel room. So I thought, this is such an awesome experience. And the next day I saw him as we were heading up to our room, and he came over to me and he's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" I was like, "Good." And he's like, "I've been thinking, and I want to know the name of that preacher again. I forgot it." I was like, "Oh, it's Tony Evans." And he's like, "That's so great, man. I'm going to have to look him up." And I saw him get his phone out so he could look it up. But I feel like he was just really impacted by it, because if he wasn't, he would have just... the fact that he even remembered it and remembered it was me, it was just really powerful, because I knew that I had had an impact. And he was so nice, and then he told me, "God bless you." And that was really amazing. And it really makes me aware that everywhere I go, I'm on mission, and that I need to always seize the opportunity to share the gospel with someone. So when God uses you, it's like you feel this overwhelming sense of satisfaction, like you've completed some big task, because the only thing that we have to live for is God and advancing His kingdom, and we need to do that. And once you've done it, and once you've pleased God by that, and you know that you've helped someone along in their walk, it's just this amazing feeling of satisfaction and joy.